Hi, everybody. I hope you're safe and well. We are dropping in every few days to check on the collection. This piece, which is on exhibition in Old World Quilts, is honestly one of the most lovely quilts I've ever seen in my life. It is so special, and it's all done with embroidery and false or flat quilting. The embroidery is done with metallic thread, so it has this just beautiful glow to it. And then the yellow silk that is used in the actual flat quilting behind it also just gives it this presence in the gallery.
One of my favorites was back in 2016 during the exhibit of Blue Echoes. My quilt is called Confusion, and it was made in 1990, and it was made out of a combination of indigo dyed fabrics along with some other colors along with it. And the thing about this quilt is you could look at it one time and see something and enjoy it, and you come back and see it again, and you just see a whole other feature to it.
My all-time favorite was one that the International Quilt Museum showed in War and Peace. When I first saw it, what really captured me was the colors of the quilt. It is amazing. The turquoises, the blues, the golds, the reds. And then when I really started looking at it, there's the design in the quilt. All the little tiny geometric pieces are just amazing. Most importantly, I think about the maker, what his life was like during that time, what conditions that he made this quilt under. He was going through war, extremely difficult times, and yet he made something so beautiful.
I'm telling you about one of my favorite quilts. It is called Birds in Air, made by Salome Thorpe between 1880 and 1900 in Westport, Connecticut. On the back of the quilt, she inscribed, "I am birds in air, sleep under me and banish care." Salome Thorpe, 7,168 pieces. Wow, she sounds like an optimistic and a fun person. And in fact, the newspaper said that the young people in the community loved to come visit with her. And she lived to be almost 100 years old. I think she had a lot of fun saving the fabrics for her quilt. So many conversation prints and interesting things that probably interested her as a person full of life.
One of my favorite pieces in the collection is one called Transition by Nix Marie Lyman. It was on display in the exhibition Indigo Gives America the Blues when I started working at the museum back in 2012. And I remember stopping and standing in front of that piece almost every day that it was up. I love the blues. I love the log cabin setting. But what I love most about it is, to me, it looks like sunlight on water. And it's just really beautiful.
I chose an album quilt made by Gertrude Arnett for her granddaughter. It was made for Clara's 19th birthday. It's a really great kind of traditional quilt, but it's imbued with this like regional vernacular style. So you'll see like some familiar blocks, but they're kind of taken in different directions and jumbled all together, and the quilt makers added pieces along the side to make the blocks all the same size. And I've really loved the chicken's expression on the quilt.
I'm here in my sewing room where I have been making cloth masks for local organizations that need them. The reason I chose the quilt I did today is that I can completely understand the motivation of the woman who made this for her child in Turkmenistan. Throughout Central Asia, patchwork is seen as having talismanic or protective powers. So during these times of uncertainty and of a little bit of fear, I can completely sympathize with her desire to protect her child using whatever means necessary.